Thank you for watching the NCW Life channel. I'm Kelly Hart, along with Matt Wisen, and we are here where Wenatchee and West Valley have played to a 0-0 first half tie. Allie Flynn to put the ball in play. Wenatchee really spreading the field out to start with, and Flynn boots it back to Springer. Springer up here off the near side to Wiersma. Wenatchee controls, moves the ball up, and it'll go out of bounds off the West Valley player.
You can see right away what Wenatchee's trying to do there. Wiersma's first touch was in towards the middle, which is it's what I like to do with my wings. A lot of people like to keep their wings wide. I like bringing them into the middle on their first touch, and that way it opens up that outside for your flanks to overlap.
Loose ball run down by Wenatchee. Not able to control it, however, and West Valley with an opportunity that goes nowhere. Good job, Ellie Toth, keeping West Valley off the ball. Let's see if we can get it up here. Flynn runs it down, running it up the right-hand side. Boy, she is really physically pushed off the ball, and that will get called.
Good job. Put that defender under pressure, make her foul you.
How far out did they call it? They're going to call it about 13 yards out or so?
Yeah, maybe. Actually, even deeper.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's going to look more like a corner kick.
That looked right about where they turned, where they made the turn. This will play a lot like a corner kick. Much different angle. And here we go. Entry into the middle. West Valley volleys it away. High foot volley. Now they try to get it upfield quickly. And once again, Toth controls the ball, boots it out of bounds. West Valley midfield. Throw in from Lauren Peters. Deep and out of bounds. They're going to call it West Valley. Again, fairly deep. Well, they're running it back here, but still going to call it about 25 yards out.
Headed out for a goal kick.
Out of bounds, goal kick, Wenatchee, and we'll come back the other way. 37-25 to play. Second half, no score. Columbia Basin Big 9 soccer action between Wenatchee and West Valley on the NCW Life channel. Kelly Hart and Matt Wisen with all the action. And Wenatchee once again gains control. Tried to make a long entry pass. Poked away by West Valley. West Valley now on a breakaway. And Haley Matthews boots it out of bounds. West Valley will put it in play. About 35 yards out. Two-person game over on the far side. Tried to turn. And once again, Escobedo, Johnny on the spot. Wenatchee pokes it through. Nice little triangle set up there. See if they can control the ball. Tried to move it forward, and again, Lauren Peters there to clear it away. On the far side, booting it upwards. That was Ellie Toth. Flynn in battle with Haley Marshall for West Valley. Didn't see who that was called on, but ball will go back to West Valley. And once again, Peters to put it in play. Looks like she's going deep. And she does. Ball whizzes past West Valley defender. Off the West Valley player, and that'll be...
Good job by Sophie to shepherd that ball on out, shield the attacker from it.
West Valley tries to move it up the far side. Wenatchee has numbers over there. Intercepted by West Valley. Players down in a heap. West Valley player over the top of Springer. No call. Meanwhile, we've got a Wenatchee player down. Back here in the backfield. The referee will make the run over.
Yeah, the ref knew that the player wasn't in danger at that point. So he's going to let the ball play until, excuse me, this cough is just killing me. Just going to let the ball play until the ball goes out of play or keeper picks it up.
Megan Milner going to come in, and that looks like Escobedo, who's coming off. That'd be a tough break for Wenatchee if she's unable to return, because Escobedo's been all over the field here so far in the first half and the first 7 minutes of the second half as well.
Yeah, she's been very productive tonight. Hopefully she gets back out on the field. She's making a big impact.
So West Valley to put the ball in play. Header missed. Wenatchee controls, trying to move the ball upfield. Kick out of bounds, West Valley. Around the midfield mark or so, Wenatchee throw in. Flynn tries to control the ball, get it past the West Valley defender. They've been marking her tough tonight. Strong, long crossing pass. Run down by Kendall Sharp. And out of bounds, Wenatchee ball.
Wenatchee dealt with that pretty well. Had good cover. Was able to deal with it after the first defender was beat.
Haley Matthews playing a stout game in goal for the Panthers. Going to put it back into play. Long boot. And West Valley runs it down. Tries to enter into the heart of the Wenatchee defense. And Wenatchee controls, coming back the other way. Touch pass up the right-hand side. Long entry. Flynn throws it in from the side. Has a breaking player in the middle of the field. And Wenatchee cuts it back.
All right idea. Maybe hold that ball for another second next time and don't play it quite so direct.
Well, Lauren Peters is called for hard contact there. Game's starting to get a little rough. 31 minutes left to play here in the second half. And Allie Rader plays it in. Little chip shot, not controlled. West Valley boots it past a couple of levels. And Matthews there to boot it out. Out of bounds, throw in West Valley far side. Controlled by Wenatchee. as they set their offense. Long boot right down the middle of the field, headed back in by West Valley. Natalie Nagel forwards the ball. Wenatchee bounces it off their own player, trying to control it. Nice pass up the right-hand side, and control lost by Garrison. West Valley to throw it in about midfield. That'll be Peters. Throws it into Lily Fetzer. And again, ball out of bounds. West Valley, Peters to throw it in from about 45 yards out. Throws it long up the field where it's booted away by Wenatchee. Well, West Valley's moving the ball up the field 10, 15 yards at a time, all on the left-hand side out of bounds. Springer fearless going after that ball.
Yeah, West Valley's sniffing the goal a little bit and getting some confidence coming forward and putting Wenatchee on their heels. Wenatchee's more just kicking the ball instead of possessing it on the way out and just basically turning it back over and giving them another shot at it.
Had the feeling watching this all day long that on both teams, when they're dribbling, they seem to be one kick short. When they're passing, they seem to be a half a foot off.
Yep.
For both teams, just enough out of sync. Now, whether that's both teams playing really great defense or both teams being really tight on offense and not quite getting their land legs underneath them.
You can tell Wenatchee's a little worried. Their alley is playing pretty deep as a striker. I'd like to sit her up on the 50 right now and just stretch that defense. Get them off your back. Make West Valley think about that long ball over the top for a counterattack.
Springer overran it, but it winds up falling into the possession of Wenatchee. Wenatchee did a good job. Again, call a hard play on Wenatchee over on the far side.
Yeah,
West Valley boots it out. Substitution, West Valley.
Escobar comes back on. Escobedo. Megan did a good job in relief there.
She did do a really good job. One other observation, in addition to everything kind of being like just a half step off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like there's been a lot of air. The ball's had a lot of air tonight. We're not seeing a whole lot of ground balls going through, but we're seeing a lot of stuff popped up and being volleyed without much control.
No. Yeah, that touch has kind of let both teams down a little bit tonight. It's hard to control. Takes longer with that long, slow ball in the air.
Both teams could use deflate gate. Take another half pound out of the ball.
Yep.
Kind of keep it from getting popped up that easy. What generally causes that, Matt?
Placement of the foot on the ball. Yeah, if your foot's a little too low, the ball's going to go up.
Summerful of playing on real grass and then switching over here to the artificial surface. Maybe a little transition-y.
A little bit, but not this. This pitch really plays well. I like this.
It does. Field. It's real true.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a giant crown on it.
No, we played over at Starfire in Tukwila Labor Day weekend with one of our club teams, and that's a really short turf, and they don't groom it like this one is raked, and that plays really fast. It plays more like the old turf. This is pretty spongy and
has a more natural feel to it.
Yeah, it's not as slow as grass. We played at Hydro Park on Saturday. That stuff is about 6 inches long, and it's brutally slow. We had 2 goals taken away. The ball stopped on the line because the grass was too long.
Well, last week, Tuesday night we were at Eastmont, and their grass was fairly thick as well, and certainly didn't see this much air. So West Valley once again probing. Nice move.
Just some, communication just seemed to be out of sync a little bit. Holding the ball, like, she just held the ball a little bit long right there.
One dribble too much.
Yep. Passes seem to be a little direct, like 90 degrees. Or they call them square passes, either straight ahead or straight to the side instead of at a 45. But hasn't hurt either team yet.
Shot on goal wide to the left from Springer. And that'll be West Valley ball. With 24 minutes remaining, coming up on the halfway mark of the second half. Again, series of high volleys. Neither team really controlling the volleys at all.
No. And I'd just like to maybe just talk to Wenatchee and get them to set each other up and look for setting each other up for shots, if that makes sense. So your possession with purpose. And I think a lot of teams just like to possess, but they forget why they're possessing the ball and what their purpose is. So what I'm getting at is I don't know if this is necessarily their starting keeper or not. Get some shots on her. Just test her. What West Valley did when they were put under pressure is really fold. If Wenatchee can get that confidence back, they can get this win.
They played well in the preseason, 3-0 coming into tonight's game. Just one of those shots on goal, kind of make them think about it a little bit. Efforts.
Yeah, they'll come out and they'll start challenging a little bit higher for that, and which will open things up in behind if they want to slip that ball through. But their shape is horrible on these goal kicks here. They're just looking to bypass their defense and go straight down the middle almost, and in essence invite this counterattack as soon as Wenatchee gets the ball.
So Wenatchee playing the ball in, far side, 22 minutes left in this game. West Valley, again, long entry pass. And Wenatchee settles for booting it out of bounds. 20 yards out, that's where West Valley will pick up the ball and throw it in. Past the end line. Headed out of bounds.
Looks like Wenatchee's going to send a couple subs in.
Coming in, Aaron Arnold and Megan Milner for Ashley Turner and Sophia Garrison. Now we saw Arnold make some really good runs in the first half, streaking down the sideline.
Looks like they're sending her in at. Trying to figure out what position they're sending her in at. One of the midfielders. Attacking mids.
Play here at midfield. Flynn boots it forward. Wiersma not able to run it down into the West Valley goalie hands. Boots it back up to midfield.
That was really close to a
the
handball there by the
spin.
keeper.
Spin on that ball. Escobedo now controls it up here the right-hand side. Wiersma takes it up the flank.
Looks like the keeper almost carried that one out of the box before she released it last time.
We've heard a couple of different times from coaches and players that sometimes all the markings on the field can be a little confusing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 sets of lacrosse lines really do get confusing around that box.
West Valley ball midfield. Amy Coldy coming off. Alyssa Mobley seeing her first action, senior defender. Wenatchee ball, far side. Flynn dribbles, makes the pass long up the field. It'll stay in bounds. Wenatchee had numbers. Good split. Springer from way far out, and that's good.
What a strike.
25 yards out, and that was golden into the upper side of the net, upper right-hand side for Kate Springer. That comes at the 18-16 mark to play.
And that's that space in front of the defense when they collapse like that I was talking about.
That was a great goal.
Yeah.
You just don't see them from that far out very often, and that was so strong.
Well, that's just kind of like a practice drill almost. You know, it's kind of a lazy drill that we like to run once in a while because you really don't get that shot too many times. And it worked out perfect.
That was golden.
Yep.
Tell you what, Wenatchee has the lead, 1-0. West Valley trying to strike back. Springer cleared out that time by Allie Rader. Ball in the middle of the offensive part of the field for West Valley.
What a run.
Nice run, just missed. Well set up. From left to right across the field. Boy, and she knows she missed that opportunity.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity. Wenatchee was stepping away from the goal there. No one picked her up on that run.
Kendra Hansies.
Great ball in. That's another one of those practice drills.
Ashley Turner back into the ball game. Megan Milner comes off. And Wenatchee puts it in play. Escobedo. Since the goal, West Valley's done a good job of putting and keeping pressure on the Panthers.
Yeah, they're playing a really high line. I mean, they're 5-10 yards into our field. They're just inviting this long ball through.
As you see right there, Amold almost ran that down. I'll tell you, she's got good wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Wenatchee to put the ball in play, far side, 20 yards out. Throwing it in, looks like Ashley Turner for Wenatchee. Plays it back. Turner controls the ball. Two-person game with Jaden Griggs. Centers it. Picked off by the defender, Peters. Escobedo centers it right in. No one able to cut that off except the West Valley goalie.
Bill. Good job.
Wenatchee ball midfield, thrown in. Doesn't make contact with Flynn. Booted out by West Valley. We'll try it again. Springer traps it. Sets it back up towards the middle. Hits a breaking Ashley Turner. Turner gets it to Flynn. Flynn gets a left foot on it, then gets booted off the ball. Here comes West Valley. Shot on goal.
Oh boy.
And goal for West Valley. Everybody where they needed to be in that goal. Scored by Alyssa Barden. So score tied 1-1 as West Valley, they kept putting the pressure on. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Yep. Got numbers in the box. Got a lucky bounce off the keeper.
West Valley substitute here at the break. Wenatchee going to sub as well. Greta Wiersma in and Maggie Miller off. Wiersma over here on the far side. I guess over here would be the near side. 13:15 to play. Score tied at 1 as West Valley pokes it in for a goal at about the 14-minute mark. Both goals in this game scored in the second half. Long play up this side. Peters heads it in. And boots it hard out of bounds. Flynn heads it forward. Peters runs it down.
Peters covers a lot of ground over
She
here.
does.
On this left side.
Really does. Has a big motor, too.
Yep. She's not afraid to stick her foot in there.
Plays tough. Long boot down the field. So get past the West Valley players. Can Wenatchee run it down? They're in good position. Oh, boots it off a Wenatchee player out of bounds. That'll turn it back over to West Valley. They should be throwing it in from the near side.
Looks like a handball.
That looked like a handball, did it not?
Yep. You know, and I apologize. That is not Ed Navarro in the center. And earlier, my old man eyes deceived me.
Giving you fits?
Yes.
Jordan Carnes, number 11, controlling play there for a moment for West Valley. And here comes Wenatchee. Long ball into the West Valley defensive zone. And again, West Valley to sub.
Allie's been running hard tonight up on top. Allie Flynn is looking a little gassed after some of these runs now. They've been on her pretty tight, though.
West Valley has clearly marked her the entire game. Concentrated effort. And once again, one of those both people make contact calls.
Yep.
Peters to put it back into play. A long strike up the field. Escobedo. And booted forward by Mobley. Mobley had a shot at Flynn. Flynn just about ran it down. Peters pokes it forward to Fetzer. Fetzer over to Nagel. Nagel the far side. Nice battle for the ball there. West Valley boots it backwards. That's one change that West Valley has definitely shown here in the second half, and that they're not moving the ball backwards anywhere near as much as they did early in the game.
Yeah, they've kind of given up on that.
So ball out of bounds. Wenatchee to put it in play. They'll goal kick. Wenatchee setting their offense. 1-1 tie, 9 minutes left to play. 1-1, Wenatchee and West Valley. Great game. Again, a lot of volleys. Ball staying airborne. Run down by Wenatchee and booted out. So Peters to put it in play. Here by the Wenatchee bench. Long throw up the field right into a Wenatchee player. Springer does a good job shielding the West Valley player from the ball. Escobedo nowhere to turn.
Off the ball movement there was pretty slow and just not really happening. Escobedo ran out of options.
Just off Escobedo's foot as West Valley makes a big run up the left-hand side. And that'll go off the West Valley player very deep and on the sideline. Substitution Wenatchee. Springer almost able to scoot around the West Valley player. And West Valley shot on goal from about 20 yards out. Scooped up by Matthews. And she puts the ball back in play. 7 minutes left in this contest. Score tied at 1. Springer. Offense gets set over here on the wing to Wiersma. Wiersma turns on Peters, and Peters pokes it away. She's played pretty stout defense.
Yeah, she's a good defender.
Flynn has the ball go off the heel.
Kind of killing each other's space here. Some of the runs we're making. And I think it's probably just a symptom of being a little tired. Shooting quick like that. Running into the ball handler.
Very high and long down the field from the West Valley kicker, but right into the heart of the Panther defense. And once again, Wenatchee on the offensive.
Oh, that was good.
Nice run.
There, yeah.
That was close. Soccer equivalent of a give and go.
Mm-hmm. The keeper's holding that ball a long time. It's about time the referee says something here.
Gave warning. Escobedo up to Wiersma. Wiersma tries to poke it through. Peters providing stout defense. Escobedo again.
Playing so central right there. If we could just
spread it a little bit and go to 45.
Yeah.
It's that next level pass
Yeah,
that's just missing. The angles aren't right.
Because we're playing so central, it allows them to get really compact. And those balls through the middle just aren't there because they're so compact.
West Valley's not having to play the passing lanes. They're able to mark up straight up because the spacing's not right. entry pass. Poked away by Wenatchee. Nice little run.
You see right there, so Greta was in probably, she could have had her heels on the line. That's where I would like to seen her. Instead, she played right into the defense, straight in front of the attacker. And the defense was just there waiting for that ball.
Nice throw in. Springer boots it forward, but just out of bounds, out of the reach of Wiersma. And time's starting to run out. Matt, we're at 4 minutes, 25 seconds left here in this very tight Columbia Basin Big Nine girls soccer matchup. Good triangle there for Wenatchee. Just not able to turn that corner.
No.
They're not going to get around Peters. That's one thing I think we've seen.
So once Greta's got Peters locked up, at that point, I'd like to see.
Nice shot.
I'd like to see Emmy get wide and come down that flank and overlap her. At that point, Peters has got to make a decision to either loosen up off of Greta and go to the overlapper, and it'll just spread things open. Most likely bring out the second defender from the middle to cover that overlap.
Opening up the far side.
Yep. And then it's just one touch and cross.
And somebody can make a run from the far side as well, right?
Exactly. Yep.
3:15 to play. Off of Wenatchee on the far side. West Valley puts the ball in play under 3 minutes. Again, the ball goes out of bounds. .235 to play. West Valley brings it in. And Flynn boots it up wide. Nice head of steam there from Wenatchee. Only to have it cut off by West Valley. West Valley plays a long volley in. Here comes a player from the weak side. Shot on goal is good.
Great ball. Good finish.
At the 2:08 mark, 2:08 to play. And West Valley sneaks a player in through the weak side. That's kind of what we've been looking for. I've been looking to see from an offensive foray from Wenatchee.
Yep.
Goal that time to Shannon Curtis. And Wenatchee puts it in play. Springer boots it up long, up the side. Here's a good attempt from Wenatchee. And Springer just shoots it over the top of the goal. Couldn't quite get the foot on it in the right way. Minute and a half left.
Ellie's been solid tonight back there at defense.
Wenatchee putting pressure on West Valley. Big swing at the ball. Right into the backside of a West Valley player. Inside 40 seconds to play. Not including any stoppages. Wenatchee makes another run at it. Watching the West Valley goalie, who has now held the ball for 15 seconds, make it 20.
Yeah, she's got 6. Is what she's supposed to be holding that ball for.
That's a lot longer than 6, according to my stopwatch. Coming up on what appears to be the end of regulation play.
Again, we're going to let her hold that ball all night long.
Wenatchee student section now taken to counting the length of time that the goalie holds the ball. Nice entry pass. Here we go. Wenatchee with a shot.
Offside.
We're into stoppage time now.
Any part of the body other than the arm and you're offside.
Tough break for Wenatchee. Peters. And again, Wenatchee right there to keep the ball in play, and Peters boots it long and out. Boy, Peters sure made contact with Flynn there, raising the ire of the Wenatchee crowd.
Yeah,
full minute into past where the game would have ended. Referee looking at his watch.
Yeah, he should probably be calling it here pretty soon. This one just... keeper messed up there.
Letting it go like that?
Yeah. Well, that's in my opinion. I would have held the ball.
Minute 37 over, and I can really only think of the one stoppage when Escobedo went down. Wenatchee volleying it forward. Here's a nice run. Header, goalie goes out. And unfortunately, Wenatchee not able to capitalize on that. And the game is over. At the Apple Bowl, West Valley squeaks out a 2-1 win. We'll take this break and we'll be right back to wrap the game up after this on the NCW Life Channel.